And that's basically the gist of the poem that they found, and of course been translated. Going down, they call the last two, stop right here. They call the last two words ar-rawadif. They call them what? Ar-rawadif. You have to know that. The 6 kings are Abjad, Hawaz, Huttiya, Kaliman, Sa'fas, Qurishat. The rawadif or Thaqid, Dadig. You need to know that. Those are the 2 words that they came up with. How they came up with them, we don't know. I can explain more to you after you do some studies, and I'll explain to you that Sa'fas wasn't his name. His name was Sa'fad. And Qurishat wasn't his name. His name was Qurisat. So they did some maneuvering to make sure that those names felt in there. So they changed Sa'fad into Sa'fas. And they took the Dad and put it on Dadig. They took Qurishat, because they already had the scene from Sa'fas, and they made it Qurishat. These are some of the manipulations that they did to the names. The name was, you know, they had Thaqud, Dadig. You'll find it in different places like that. Some remarks on Arabic writing. Men have differed concerning who first originated the Arabic script. Hisham al-Kalbi said that the first to form it was a group of Bedouin Arabs encamped with Adnan ibn al-Ud. Their names were Abu Jad, Hawaz, Hutti, Kalmun, Sa'fad, and Qurisat. The Arabs originated writing for their names and then discovered other letters not in their names. That is the Ta, the Kha, the Dal, the Dha, the Sheen, and the Ghain, which they called Ar-Rawadif. It is said that these men were kings of Midian, whose destruction was on the day of the cloud at the time of Shu'aib the prophet, for whom may there be peace. We stop here and make a mention. Ulama of our era have researched this statement, this last statement, that this was the same cloud, because it speaks of it in the Quran, of a cloud coming down and destroying the people in the time of Shu'aib. And they have said this is not the same incident. Okay, they have said this is not the same incident. Wallahu a'lam. Okay, so we do not attribute this incident to the Prophet Shu'aib. Does everybody understand me? So don't be confused when you hear the same story someplace else. Say, well, no, that's how the alphabet. No, it's a different incident. Wallahu a'lam. Then it goes, Ibn Abbas said, the first persons to write Arabic were 3 men of Bawlan, a tribe inhabiting Al-Anbar, who came together and originated the letters, both separated and joined. They were Murra, Aslam, and Amir. Murra originated the forms, Aslam the separations and connections, and Amir the diacritical points, and Allah knows best. So, this is what we would form under the sign. That's the end of it. You can take it off the board, please. This is what we see as your first or your second lesson in understanding what you're doing here in learning Arabic. You are going to know everything you need to know to be familiar and complete in your understanding of the Arabic language. I expect you to know Murra, Aslam, and Amir. Amir came with the diacritical points. So let's say, what is a diacritical point? What is a diacritical point? A diacritical point, or I'm sorry, it shouldn't be point. It should be mark. Jazakallah khair. A diacritical mark is any mark that you put on two or more similar letters to distinguish them from each other. Does that make sense? So example, if I write this, sorry. I say this one is Jim, Ha, Kha. I put a diacritical mark under it, it's Jim. I leave it off, it's Ha. I put one above it, it's Kha. Does that make sense? Yes. That is the definition of diacritical mark. Who came up with diacritical marks? Murra. No. Murra came up with the forms. Aslam came up with the separations and the connections. Amr came across with the what? Diacritical marks. You need to know that. It just completes you. You understand? Now, let me erase this thing off the board. The next thing that we do in learning from the traditional method of learning the alphabet is that we practice. How do we practice? I'm sorry. We say a, ba, ja, da. Abajada. Hawaza. Hawaza. Abajada. Hawaza. Hattaya. Kalamana. Sa'afasa. Qarashata. Thakhadha. Thakhadha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. فَخَذَ ضَضَغَ ضَضَغَ. This is just the fathas, okay? Fatha. Everybody say fatha. Fathatun. So, we practice this. We say abajada, hawaza, hataya, kalamana, sa'afasa, qarashata. Louder. Thakhadha, ضضغ, أبجد, هوز, حطي, كلمان, سعفص, قرشت, ثخذ, 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 ضضغ. Now we stop, and you do that at least 100 times. Then we go. Yes, you have to write this down. I'm sorry. You have to write this down. And when I said do this 100 times, that's part of your homework. To write this down. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Tafaddal, the sisters are still here. It's no problem. Now, the next part. We've done the fatha. Now we're going to do the dhamma. Everybody say dhammatun. I'll give you a moment to write while I take care of some things on this board. And the point is here, when we take the time to do this right, you get very well good. You get good. Very well good. Listen to me.